speaking of blockages, actually, how's your blockage doing? What happened?
Oh,
We needed
yeah.
a
I forgot about it. I didn't even have
discussion
that on the
about
notes. I just slapped my
Yeah,
mic
we
like,
could
everywhere. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's
All
like
right.
the
So,
most interesting thing you've told me in years.
so I went to go to
Years.
eat some sushi, right? And like when I ate it, it just sat in my stomach. And I was like, man, I'm full because I ate a shitload of sushi. And then we were going to go out for dinner that night. And Abby was like, hey, you want to go out to dinner with my family? And I was like, she thought I was like, I didn't want to hang out with her family, which was convenient because it turned out like the food hadn't left my stomach yet. And I was like, dude, it felt like I just ate it. Like it wasn't going anywhere. And it wasn't like my stomach was upset. Like it was rejecting it. It just wasn't moving. I was like, I don't think I could eat a bite. I'm slammed. And then that night it was like agony as it moved from my stomach. I felt it move down into my intestines. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's down in my intestines. And next day I got kind of like fat. I posted a picture on Instagram of my little pregnant belly, and it hurt. And I was like, maybe I should take some laxatives. So I took a bunch of laxatives, and I took a bunch of fiber pills. And then the next day, still head and shit. It was, and like
That's a bad sign.
My belly was even bigger, and like I had Abby massage it, and so she was like massaging my gut, and that was possibly the most sexual thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
rubbing oil all over my belly,
gas out of my stomach.
Like she had, dude. I'm telling you, a pro. She was kneading that shit like it was pizza dough. She was in there and just knuckling it, rubbing her elbow into it, and like you could hear gas like moving by the blockage, just like.
She must have been just enthralled by that experience.
Dude, women, they act like they're all prissy and shit. They love shit like that. They love it.
Yeah,
they do. They're like, Brian was talking about this. He's like, they're like those apes when they see that another ape has like termites crawling in its hair, and they go over there and start like picking through and like eating the termites. Like that's what women are. Like if Abby sees a pimple on me, she's like, hold on. She'll like hold me down and pop it. Like the fucking women are gross. Like I would never see a pimple on her and go like, hey, let me pop that.
Let me just get it really quick.
It bothers them. Like any weird thing just bothers them, and they'll just go to town on it. She becomes a surgeon in no time. So she was more than happy to massage the shit out of my stomach.
Yeah, she sounds nice.
Yeah, she's a trooper. So she massaged it, and then my stomach went down because the gas all went by it. And I sat in my office and stunk this place up like a fucking Dutch oven for a while. And then and next day, and then I took some more laxatives. The next day, still nothing. I'm talking. I took 3 times the dose of a normal laxative, right? And and by the way, during this time,
increasing the pressure of the whole situation with no release. Yeah,
I had to go down to CVS and buy some fucking laxatives. I go there and like they had one of these setups where it was like a bunch of self-checkout things. Like companies are doing that now with like nothing but self-checkout and like one person in the store. And I went to go do like the actual cashier lady because I wanted to get cash back so I could give it to this homeless guy. Fucking turns out the homeless guy fucking ran away, so I couldn't even. I have cash now. I'm like, what is this, the 1800s? I don't want to fucking have this in my wallet.
I have a good homeless person story.
No, don't tell it. This is a clean podcast, dude. He always tells me these stories about how he kicks them as he walks by on the streets in New York. This is the South, dude. We treat homeless people with respect around here. I don't want to hear your
Can
fucking...
you just shut up? Can you shut the fuck up? Just tell your story, you idiot.
So anyways, I go out there and I'm like buying laxatives, and she like, it's the only thing I have. And like she just looks at me, and I just go, yeah, I got a shit. And she just looks at me. She's like this like young black girl, and she just didn't think it was funny. I thought it would be like a funny thing. I'm like, yeah, I got a shit. And she just looks at like dead serious.
And just, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Rings it up and gives me my cash. Never said a word. Never smiled. Nothing. I was just like, yeah, I got a shit. She just didn't say a word. I thought it, which made it even funnier for me. So the whole time I'm sitting there like laughing to myself. And then I found out the homeless guy ran off, so I probably scared him. And so now the whole drive home, I was like, am I one of those people that I have a mental image of what I'm like, but then on the outside, how people perceive me is vastly different? Like, who's that fucking insane incel guy that ran over all those people in California? Elliot Rogers. You know how he like thought he was his god, and everybody else was like, that guy's a fucking weirdo. Am I like that, Aqua? Tell me. You tell me, right?